Welcome back to the Mad Spideyverse. I'm Mad Spidey, and thanks once again for tuning in my channel. Obviously, I have a few boxes to go through, so let's get stuck into it. We'll move them out of the way. Yes, it's been a while since I've done a pop vinyl haul. I went to my boy Andrew, who owns Pop Toys here in the southeastern suburbs of Melbourne. He is my, as I refer to lovingly, as my pop guy. Basically anything that's Spidey, Spider-Verse related, he will basically say, you know, this is what's coming in. You know, I send him some cash or whatever like that, and then obviously he just compiles them, and then I try not to let it go too long, but yeah, it did pile up. So what have we got? 3, 5, 7. So we got what, 9 boxes or something. Obviously some of them might have like one big pop in it, and then obviously some of the smaller boxes have got the multiple standard size pops in there. So, but yeah, so my boy Andrew, he's basically like, can you come down, hopefully sooner rather than later, because it's starting to pile up. So yeah, went down last weekend, only just sort of getting a chance to actually do the haul part of the video now. But you can actually see in the thumbnail that, yeah, there was quite a few boxes. So, but anyway, let's get stuck into it. Grab first box. Some of them are probably a little bit light, as I said, because they might have like one sort of odd size pop in there. So, which is what this box is here. So I may have mentioned before they did the Beyond Amazing Sinister 6 Spider-Man set. As you can see on the back, there's all the Sinister 6 there, and Spider-Man is actually the last one to that set. So obviously if I had bought a second set that I could actually unbox them, I could put them together, and all the bases sort of, you know, connect together, or, you know, match up at least. That is the last of that particular set, which is pretty awesome. So that now completes my Sinister 6 set, which is good. That's one box down. Next box. Alright, so we got some standard size ones, and we got a looks like maybe a double or a triple pack. The other thing that happened, which is really weird, like No Way Home came out, what, 6 months, 12 months ago, however long No Way Home came out, but for some strange reason they just decided to just release a whole second wave. So like I literally got the message from Andrew right at the start of, well, pretty much in January, I think it was. I think I was still on my Christmas holidays, and Andrew's like, you're going to get absolutely smashed with No Way Home pops, because they've just released a whole second wave of them. I'm like, okay, yeah, put me down for one of each, as I do. So, but we got, yeah, a few of them are just sort of standard size ones. So, Spider-Man No Way Home. So Amazing Spider-Man. So I'm assuming if they're calling it Amazing Spider-Man, it could be Toby, it could be Andrew, Andrew Garfield, that is. But yeah, let's just, you know, make good old Mad Spidey, just buy a whole heap of new pops. All right, so this is Spider-Man No Way Home as well. So by the looks of it, I'd say that's probably Andrew Garfield, and this is probably Tobey Maguire. This is actually classified as friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And Spider-Man No Way Home. So that's, yeah, so that's obviously it'll be Tom Holland, because that's in the his Iron Spider suit. Alright, so we'll put them back in there. And then obviously, yeah, just to make it worse, Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. It's pretty much exactly the same pops, just in slightly different poses, and this is how Funko actually gets you. They basically will give you a 3-pack of the 3 I literally just showed you, but in slightly different, you know, poses or slightly different coloring or something like that. Yeah, just to get more money out of you, as they do. But they actually classify that as a Funko Special Edition. So that's... Nope, why can't I get it back in the box? Yeah, some bubbles still in there. Alright, so that's 2 boxes down. Alright, so this one's all full of the standard size. So another Spider-Man No Way Home. So this is Ned with the with Doctor Strange's cloak on. So another Funko Special Edition. Then you got MJ. Doctor Strange. Actually looks pretty cool with the mystic rings sort of floating around him. Another Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So yeah, once again, same thing, just slightly different pose, just to try and get you. This is just says Spider-Man, so maybe, I don't think it's Toby or Tom, so I'm assuming it's probably Andrew Garfield. But another No Way Home, another slightly different pose, holding some webbing. And another Funko Special Edition from No Way Home. Green Goblin. So, chuck them back in the box. All right, another box down. All right. So more from No Way Home. It just keeps going. So there's Doc Ock. So there'll be an unmasked Green Goblin. Amazing Spider-Man. So yeah, that's definitely Andrew Garfield. With his holding the mask in his mouth. Bit of an odd one, but it's another Funko Special Edition. There's Electro. Some really nice electric eyes there. Okay, so this is not one of the No Way Home ones, but this is a Christmas edition of Spidey. So he's holding like a web sack there, and he's got the Santa hat on. And this one's a little bit of an odd one. It's one of those sort of, you know, Spider-Man sort of alter ego sort of costumes that I think you saw in maybe 1 or 2 possible comic issues, and it's actually Dusk. So it's a little bit of a very sort of yeah, like real deep dive. But yeah, a bit of a plain pop, saying like the suit's literally just all black. That's pretty much it. All right. Another box down. So this is actually the Bug Eyes armor, they're calling it. But it was one of the newer iterations of Spidey's costume. Didn't really take too much, so they pretty much got rid of it. But this is actually a winter convention exclusive. So it's supposed to be fairly limited, but I've seen them around quite a bit. But yeah, a lot of people some people loved it, some people hated the costume. I thought it was okay, like nothing brilliant. So this is just this is not from the movies or anything like that, but this is a Mysterio, just a standard Mysterio, but it's actually a glow in the dark. Mysterio is one of my favorite villains. So this is actually a later addition to the Avengers Endgame releases. This is actually the glow in the dark Iron Spider. You can see he's got the red eyes there, so to be in what they classify as kill mode. And he's actually put this one in a pop protector. This is the Miles Morales art series. So very, very cool. This is going to have extra glare because of the hard pop protector on it. Yeah, very, very cool. All right, so that's another box down. I've still got 3 boxes to go. So sorry, it's going to be a little bit of a longer video. I hope you stick it out with me. All right, so next box up. All right, so there's only 2 in here. So these are some of the bigger ones. And as I mentioned before, the Sinister Six connector base sort of set with the Sinister Six and Spider-Man. Just to rub it in, they decided to do one from No Way Home as well. So there's going to be a few releases of those. So this one is, so they're calling it the Final Battle series from the No Way Home movie. So these will probably be all ones connect together as well. So you got Lizard. And as you can see on the back, they've only released the 2 so far, and the rest are all grayed out. So that means they'll be coming later on. And there's the Spidey from the same set, standing on top of the Statue of Liberty there. So very, very cool. All right. Now the next ones I've mentioned before. You may or may not have seen them. They're called the comic cover pops. So they're literally in a longer, taller box, and it's actually very hard plastic, so it actually displays quite well in or outside the box. I was like, I'm going to get Spidey, and then I'm like, oh, I really like that Black Panther one, or I really like that Moon Knight one. I ended up just, Andrew, can you please just order me whenever a comic cover Marvel one comes in? Just order me one. And what happens? Yeah, they just keep coming. So, this one's obviously a very, very special one. Stan Lee, the man himself, rest in peace. So that's actually classified as, so that's actually the first one, because I think the first one I grabbed was like a Thor or an Iron Man or something like that. And it was like a number 2 or a number 3, and I'm like, but this is the first release. They actually released Stan a little bit later. But yeah, very, very, very cool to own that. And as I said, it's actually hard plastic, not the soft stuff like the smaller ones. Next one is She-Hulk. And as I say, most of the time they'll put the first appearance book in the background. Sometimes they don't. If they've done multiple characters, I think they've done Wolverine twice. So they've done one that's sort of more of a newer version, and one that's a more of a first appearance version. But yeah, it's a Savage She-Hulk. So even just sort of looking at the hair, You can see it's all sort of, you know, nothing straight or anything like that. It's all sort of messed up. And I'm surprised they did this one so recently, but this is actually Elektra, or Elektra as Daredevil, or Daredevil Elektra, Elektra Daredevil, what do you want to call her? But then when she actually became Daredevil for a while, I don't know whether she still is in the stories or not, but yeah, that was very, very cool. The only problem with these is sometimes they're a little bit harder to get back in the box. Yeah, go the other way. There we go. All right, lucky last box finally. I didn't really want this to go to a 20-minute video, but it looks like it's going to be. All right, now this big box has got one particular thing, and I don't know whether they've ever done this before, but it's actually an 8-pack. Look at that. So you got Tom, Toby, and Andrew up the top. And then you got the villains, all from No Way Home. And apparently these sold out really quickly over here. I don't know about in the States and Europe and things like that, but these sold out really quickly. So I think this was about over here, maybe I'd like to say maybe an $80, $90 set, maybe $100 set. They're already selling on eBay for like almost twice that. So very glad that my boy Andrew was able to get one for me. So very, very cool. I don't think there's anything else in that box. No, that's it. So finally got through them all. If you've watched the whole entire video, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, obviously hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up, chuck me a comment if you wish to. It's going to be yeah, it's sort of a little while in between videos at the moment, only because of a lot going on at work and some other stuff and whatever. We won't get into that because, you know, this is about the videos, about the good stuff. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing really well. Thanks once again. Obviously, if you've tuned in, if you've watched all the way to the end, even if you put it on extra, you know, like 1.5 times or whatever like that, I greatly appreciate it anyway. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and Spidey out.